Hello, hello, welcome to Love Good Lane. My name is Matthew. Thanks for joining me. Today, we're going to be making an old-fashioned recipe, ham loaf. My grandmother used to make this and it was delicious. I even remember the pan she used to make it in. We don't have the pan anymore, but we'll see if we can get close in taste. This is a recipe from this ancient cookbook from the 50s by Helen Corbett. I have made it before, and so I was able to update, not update, but sort of clarify a few things that we don't really talk about nowadays. For instance, the ham, it calls for a quart of ground ham. First of all, ground ham is not something that's readily available in the grocery stores, at least around where I live. But also, we don't really measure our meat in quarts. Hi, you can wave. In quarts anymore. So I did some research and I also measured it out. It's about 4 cups, which is about 2¼ pounds of ham. I purchased some ham steaks and then I chopped it up, put it in my food processor, and gave it a good blitz. And there we go. We've got our ground ham. Don't worry about trying to write the recipe down. I'll list it in the description box underneath the video. So in this bowl, we have 2 eggs that I've beaten up. We're going to add ham in there. Little pieces in there. Okay, and then we have 1 teaspoon of baking powder. I've got a teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce. We have a cup of breadcrumbs. I'm using seasoned. You could use plain, but why not? It'll just be extra flavor. And then this is a cup of half and half. The original recipe calls for light cream. That's not really a thing that's readily available anymore as well. But light cream sits somewhere between heavy cream and half. So we're just going to go with that. Do I have? Yes, I have a spoon. Give this a good mix. And then this pan here, it's a metal loaf pan. I greased it and I lined it with wax paper. That looks pretty good. Move that out of the way. Now we're going to put it into our prepared pan. Press it in and smooth it out a little. That's pretty good. In this bowl, I've got some brown sugar, some prepared mustard, and I have just trickled in enough vinegar, probably not even a teaspoon, enough to moisten it so that it's kind of like a paste. Might be better if I use our spoon here. We're going to put that on top and spread that out. Oh, there's also a teaspoon of flour in the mixture, the topping. Okay, let me grab my other pan. So it doesn't have to be this big, but you want a bigger pan. What you're going to do is set this pan inside, and then you're going to heat up some water. It can be really hot or it can be boiling, but you're going to fill the bigger pan with just enough water so it comes up about halfway up the side of the loaf pan. And then you're going to bake it in a 375 oven for about an hour. And I know we don't really do a whole lot of cooking like that in a water bath anymore, but it's going to bake but also kind of steam the ham loaf, and it's going to keep it nice and moist. It's going to be delicious. So we'll bring you back.